They are not prone to offend demigods. They give the demigods proper respect. Vaishnavas accept Lord Shiva as the best Vaishnava. For a Vaishnava, there is no possibility of offending any demigods. And the demigods are also pleased with the Vaishnava because they are faultless devotees of Lord Vishnu. Om Agyanatiminandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitanyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Swapitamena Bhutale Svam Rupa Kadahamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Gurudasya Dvaita Swaminiti Namine Hare Krishna. Last verse again. Bhagwan Svena Bhagena Sarvatma Sarva Bhagabhuk Daksham Babhasa Abhashya Priyamana Ivanaga. Maitreya continued, my dear sinless Vidura, Lord Vishnu is actually the enjoyer of the results of all sacrifices. Yet, because of his being the super soul of all living entities, he was satisfied simply with his share of the sacrificial offerings. He therefore addressed Daksha in a pleasing attitude. So we see here Daksha Prajapati, after his transformed consciousness, after him being given another chance, right? Before we saw his offensive mentality, especially to Lord Shiva, which led to an havoc. Ultimately, his previous sacrifice completely led into such a disarray where he himself was beheaded and the other rishis present there, right, were insulted, humiliated, because while the offense was being committed, either they were smirking, they were smiling, or they were still continuing on. And now we see with his transformed consciousness, Lord Vishnu personally gives him an audience. He comes to the sacrifice which he is performing, right? He comes to the sacrifice which he is performing. And here we see Maitreya Muni mentioning the entire pastime to Vidura, the sinless one, who has never committed any offense because he was a pure Vaishnava. We see the character of Vidura as a pure Vaishnava, though he is born as a son of a maidservant, right? He is born as a son of a maidservant, as a brother of Dhritarashtra and Pandu. We know the pastime where Vyasadeva, with Ambika and Ambalika, right? When it came to conceive for Vidura, they became, after, in the first go, Ambika became fearful. In that fearful state, Pandu was conceived. The second go, Ambalika became, she closed her eyes, and that gave birth to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was conceived. And the third go, they became so fearful that they pushed the maidservant forward. And as a result, the son of a maidservant, Vidura was conceived. Right. But Vidura was a sinless one. In the previous life we see uh, Vidura as Manduka Muni, right? Manduka Muni, who had not performed any sins, and he was performing meditation, right? He was performing meditation. And one time, the dacoits came to his hermitage while he was performing meditation outside, and they were hiding. And the guards were chasing the dacoits, and the dacoits and they ran away from the hermitage. And the guards felt that this saint who is doing meditation is just faking. He's an accomplice of these dacoits. So they captured him and brought him in front of the king, and he was about to be punished. Right, he was about to be punished, and just before punishing him, they found out the mistake that this is the wrong guy. He's not an accomplice, he's a saint. Right. Uh, as a result, this Manduka Muni, he felt, throughout my life, I don't remember committing a sin. Why I had to go through this humiliation? So he ordered, right? He ordered Yamraj, right? Yamraj, that hey, how come uh, you gave me this punishment, this humiliation? Why I had to go through this humiliation, right? Yeah. So Yamraj was cursed to take birth as a son of a maidservant by Manduka Muni. Because Yamraj mentioned to Manduka Muni that, oh, you don't remember the sin which you committed as a child. As a child, you were passing a thread to the eyes of a lancet, right? A fly. So, in the eyes of the lawkeeper, Yamraj, nothing gets unnoticed. Can Manduka Muni said that, oh, as a child, you counted that as a crime that you made me go to the simulation. So he cursed Yamraj to become a son of the maidservant. And that's how he took birth as the son of a maidservant. Uh, and here we see Lord Vishnu coming to the assembly of uh, Daksha Prajapati. And he was happy, right? Though uh, he, to give further instructions to Daksha Prajapati. He said, okay, ultimately the yajnas are meant to satisfy Lord Vishnu. Bhoktaram yagyatapasham sarvalokam maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gyaktamam santim richati. The Lord is the supreme beneficiary of all the yajnas. He is the supreme enjoyer, the supreme controller, right? He is a well-wishing friend of every living entity, right? So he is a supreme beneficiary, but even if he does not get full offering, right? He is satisfied even with a portion of the offering. He does not encroach onto the offering or made to other demigods, right? Like Daksha Prajapati forgot the offering for not forgot. He basically um, because of his prior disturbance from Lord Shiva as a son-in-law, right? He uh, did not make a separate offering for Lord Shiva, right? But Lord Vishnu is satisfied even with his portion, or even if a share of sacrificial offerings. Right? So he's pleased if somebody gives with love an offering of a leaf, a flower, patram pushpam phalam toyam, yome bhaktya prachati, with love and affection, Lord is satisfied. Lord will not say, oh, I want chappan bhog. Right? No. If you can make 56 offerings, fine. He will accept that also. But if you cannot make and just offer him with love and affection, just like we see Vidura's wife, uh, while the Lord is brought, taking lunch at Vidura's place, Vidura, out of affection, is giving the peel of banana, right? He was so much deeply uh, in emotional sentiment, not realizing that he's giving him the peel and throwing away the banana. But the Lord even accepted the peel of the banana because it was given with love and affection, right? So the important point is always serving the Lord with proper consciousness. Always serving the Lord with proper consciousness, right? If you can do an elaborate shingar, fine. But even if you cannot do an elaborate shingar, if you a simple shingar, that also Lord is beautiful and satisfied. Yeah. Right? Lord is beautiful and satisfied. Lord is always beautiful. Yeah. But with whatever arrangement his devotee has made for him, he accepts that. He accepts that. If done with a proper consciousness, right? If done with proper consciousness. Like a Supreme Father accepting whatever his son, even faultily, his son tries to, uh, uh, from the pocket money which is also given by the father, but the son trying to use that for the service of the Lord, for the service of the father affectionately accepts it. That is the son thought about me, right? So devotee, when he thinks about the Supreme Lord, that itself, the Supreme Lord recognizes that, oh, is a Paramatma, super soul, sitting in each and everybody's heart. He can understand the mood of the devotee, right? From Sanatan Goswami, he accepts even a bhati without any salt, right? He accepts that. And at times he may make us realize, hey, so he tells Sanatan Goswami that what is this? No, every day you are offering me this bhati without any salt. He accepts it, but no, as a pastime, it tells Sanatan Goswami. And Sanatan Goswami said, oh, where am I going to bring? I have been entrusted by my spiritual master to write about the pastimes of the Lord. Somehow you desire to come here from you being served nicely by Chaube in Mathura. You desire to come here, and now I don't have that means. And if I start focusing on the means, then I won't be able to fulfill the orders of my spiritual master. Right. He was just offering bhati without salt. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then we see the pastime where the salt merchant ship got stuck and villagers send him to Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami, you know, utilized the merchant in the service of Madan Gopal to make the temple of Madan Gopal, right? Madan Mohan temple in Vrindavan. And ultimately, he saw that whatever solution he was looking for from Sanatan Goswami, that how can he remove the sheep which is stuck on the banks of Jamuna, right? And uh, he's able to when he goes back, he sees that his boat is which is stuck is already sailing. So it's no longer stuck. So he delivers his salt and comes back and makes a nice temple. Yeah, the Lord is satisfied. And from a fruit vendor, the Lord reciprocates where uh, his the fruit vendor, without worrying about where the money will come, she just gives whatever mangoes the Lord's arms can hold, not worrying about the money. Right? The Lord becomes so satisfied by the mood of the vendor that ultimately he fills her basket with all ornaments and riches. Right? So it's the consciousness by which we serve the Supreme Lord that matters. Right? The real thing is the consciousness in which we serve the Supreme Lord. Right? So consciousness we serve without any mention, without any hold and bar. That, oh no no, what am I going to do if I give everything to the Lord? No, Lord is so affectionate. That Father is so affectionate for his son that he always, though he will go to the misery or he will be a miser, he will save for the son. Right? He will save for the son. Yeah, that's consciousness. So, are there any questions in this section? We still have 5 minutes left. It's a nice section of developing proper consciousness to serve the Supreme Lord. Really, nobody has any questions? Can everybody hear me all right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah, very nice section. And yesterday we had that anger session. So nice, like 3 types of anger we should implement in our life. Our anger we should use for spiritual purpose, like Hanumanji did.
Yes, wonderful. Yeah, short temper, controlled anger.
And yeah, spiritual anger.
Great. Yeah, it should not be like elephant bath that we hear and then immediately we sprinkle the dirt on our body.
Mhm.
Sometimes it happens that no, we hear and immediately then we go into the prasadam line and we commit another apraz. right? One is hearing about it and the practical experience, implementation about it. So we should transform our consciousness,
Mm.
right? Not get affected by, oh, who cut the line, who did what, who did this. No. Yeah.
Also, it's very relevant to like Prajapati Daksha, right? He was like so puffed up and he committed offenses against Shivji, and he has to suffer the consequence. But it is a mercy, it is a will of Lord only, Prabhuji, right? For us, like we people in Kali Yuga, how will otherwise learn the things? Like yesterday, Prabhuji was mentioning also about Hanumanji example or Lakshman example to teach us, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah. In a way, no, that's also spiritual anger.
Hmm.
Not temperness, he was using it for the service of the Lord.
Yeah.
He himself is a Lord, but no, in his pastime, as he's serving his elder brother,
Hmm.
Lord Balramji, his younger brother, the Purna Purushottam Krishna,
Hmm.
right? He and Mother Jasoda are personally dressing Krishna every day,
Yeah.
right? Serving Krishna. So if somebody commits an offense to Krishna or Lord Ramachandra,
Hmm.
Balramji or Lakshman, who are no original spiritual masters, they,
Hmm. Yeah.
that's why they're short temperedness. For themselves, they're not short tempered.
Yeah. Hmm.
He's not complaining that, oh, why I just got married and now
Yeah.
in your case, your wife is also with you. In my case, my wife,
Yeah, true, Prabhuji. Yeah.
yeah, for 14 years, both Lakshmana and Mother Rumila did not eat a single grain. 14,
Hmm.
right? Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
we'll end here. I'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. And we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jai Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhingam, Ugra Veera Mahavishnu, Sarva
Santam
Nrsimham Vishnum Bhagavad
Vishnu Bhaktimattam Namamyam.
Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Asama Vaishnavas, Vanchakalpatra,
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Vaishnavinna ki Jai, Granth ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. God bless.
Thank you, Mother Prabhu. Thank you, Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shubha Navratri to everyone.
Shubha Navratri, you're right. Starting from today?
Today, yeah, it's like Shukla Paksha, na Prabhuji. Yesterday, Amasya, so, you know. We should pray to our Radharani. It's Navratri, like we are praying to Goddess, so our Radharani.
Yeah. So that's the source of all Durga,
Hmm.
right? She's
Yeah.
the source.